loves, it's Shaaba. Welcome back to another week, another video. I'm starting this off a little apprehensively because I feel weird talking about something that I've hidden from you for a little bit of time, but also about sharing it. I have been having permanent laser hair removal treatment for 3 months now. I don't know why I feel this looks like a confession. I want to tell you why. I want to tell you why I feel weird about it, and I want to tell you about what it is, because if you are a brown person, because laser hair removal is notoriously difficult for people of colour, or if you are someone who's considering permanent laser hair removal, I want to give you all of the information in a very candid way. But first, I would like to thank today's video sponsor, Pride Counselling. Pride Counselling is an incredible service that provides private online counselling specifically for the LGBT+ community. As you know, I've been using them a lot since last year and it's really helped me. All of the counsellors are LGBT+ friendly, so you don't need to worry about sharing that vulnerable part of yourself. If you don't like your counsellor, you can switch like that at the click of a button. I did do it once, it's very easy. The counsellors are also licensed, trained and fully accredited with at least 3 years of experience and certification from their professional state boards. And the whole service is also online, which means it's super convenient, and to me it feels super safe because it means I can take it from the comfort of my bed, my sofa, my own home grounds, wherever feels comfortable for you to share something that you may be feeling really vulnerable about. And with it being online, Pride Counselling is also significantly more affordable than a lot of in-person counselling. That's definitely been my experience, where in-person fees were over double what Pride Counselling were charging me, and I honestly feel like I get the same level of experience. And if you're thinking, oh, would love to, but I really can't afford that, that's totally chill too. But just so you know, Pride Counselling also have financial aid that you can apply for, because looking after your mental health should not be a privilege. If you'd like to find out more and potentially sign up, you can take a look at my link downstairs in the description box. It's www.pridecounselling.com/Shaaba, and you'll get 10% off your first month too. So, laser hair removal. I have PCOS and I'm also Asian, and both of those things means that often I can look pretty hairy. I can get pretty hairy. I have hairy legs, I have hairy arms, and I have a hairy this area, chin, neck. This is apparently a very hormonal area which I wasn't aware of beforehand. I absolutely do not think that hair makes you not beautiful. I love my arms, I don't care that they're hairy. I love my skin, I love the body that I'm in. The one area that I really struggle with is here. And it's not because of this pressure from society to look a certain way. For me personally, it's because it gets my mind spiraling in terms of health issues. Because of my PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome, my hormones go crazy. They don't quite understand what normal levels are supposed to be. It means I get very infrequent periods, which in turn can affect my infertility. It also does weird things to my weight. It makes it very easy to gain weight and very difficult to lose weight. And weight to me, again, not because of a society thing, but because of a medical thing, is quite important for me to maintain, because I can fluctuate. You've probably seen it in videos. I do fluctuate with my weight a lot because of my PCOS, and because of my family history of diabetes, I try and avoid getting diabetes as much as possible. And then the thought of the PCOS symptoms showing makes me stress more. And the fact that I stress more makes my hormones go crazier, which makes me beard more and weight change more. It's just all a big cycle, and something that I kind of went to therapy for, to try and sort of like understand how my body works, because I subconsciously deal with a lot of stress, and I kind of need to manage that on a conscious level, so I'm not just doing these like actions and tics that I don't particularly feel comfortable with and that harm me in the long term. One of the things that I do is I fidget a lot, and I used to pull at my beard hairs incessantly. It was an obsession, and I didn't always know that I was doing it, but like sometimes I would genuinely spend from minutes to hours doing it when I was supposed to be working and not realize how much time was going off. And when I would, it would just trigger more thoughts about, you know, it's not just beard, it's what it represents, which is PCOS, which means how am I going to have a baby? What's happening with my weight? And is PCOS going to affect me in any other way in the long term? And it just got a little bit too much, especially because last year I was dealing with a lot of stress, still kind of am, personal stuff and family stuff. And so I felt like this, when I was feeling it and touching it and trying to pick out some bits, was a trigger. And I plucked. I didn't even intend to do that. I plucked up the courage to speak to someone about permanent laser hair removal. Okay, so I am away for my first session. I'm terrified. I did a little patch test. So I've gone into the clinic many days ago. It was just a tiny little bit right here, and it hurt. It stung. It felt like being whipped by a very tiny whip, a very tiny hot whip. That's how I can describe it. There are 2 lasers, so I imagine that's what's contributing towards the pain. But I can't tell you how excited I am to get this done. I do this nervous thing where I get lost, especially when I'm working, because it's so subconscious, and I like pick it because I'm like,
what does this mean? PCOS. So I've done that a little bit between the patch test and now, because she said to let it grow out. Every time I notice it, I'm like, no, that's another hair that's now not going to be lasered because I've stupidly picked it out. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if you can see, but this is the level of hairage and also the level of friggin' spots that's happening because shaving. Yay, which I'm not going to do anymore. So all of this will be gone soon. I'm blathering now because I'm so nervous, but I'll see you soon. I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully I can film a little bit of it to show the experience. Currently it looks quite like a Marvel movie where it just kind of disintegrates as the laser touches it, goes when it goes. So we'll see.
There are many local sort of like beauty clinics that do take a look, because they offer very different treatments. They have different machines which do different things. Yes, they are lasers that get rid of hair, but they do it in different ways using different sort of intensities. So make sure you look into that and ask any clinician that you see all the questions that you need to. They'll bring out the diagrams so that you properly see what's going on. But basically what happens is, in our faces we have roots, and the roots spring out hairs kind of like little flowers, and we can pluck and wax, but when we do that we don't actually get, sometimes we can get the bulb, right, the bulb of the root, but the root itself, it has little hairs of its own that dig, and those bits aren't touched or affected with waxing, epilating, plucking. That's why they keep coming back. And so laser hair removal not only gets rid of the bulb, but the little hairy bits of the root as well. From what I've been told, it takes about 8 months on average. I go once a month for 8 months. The reason that it's monthly is because it takes 2 weeks for the hair to disintegrate once you've had your laser treatment, and another 2 weeks for it to grow back, for you to kill it again, right, until the roots completely disappear. It's costing me around £700-800 for that whole course. Obviously prices differ depending on where. Some people get like their whole body laser hair removed, which is significantly more expensive. I'm doing this area here. Is it actually permanent? It should be, but because of my PCOS there is no actual guarantee. So what that means is there is a chance that because of my hormones my hair will grow back even after the treatment. It will particularly happen if I have like big hormonal surges like pregnancy and menopause, but the idea is hopefully it will disappear for good. Touch wood, somehow, somewhere. There we go. Editing Shaaba here with a tiny quick correction. I'm here to clarify that laser hair removal means permanent reduction, not necessarily permanent removal. Apparently, technically, if we're looking at stats and what you can legally say, lasers typically remove between 70 and 90% of hair. What's little hair is left grows back rather slowly, but the only treatment that can actually say it permanently removes hair is electrolysis. It's like a little needle that shoves currents that basically blow up the follicle and the hair in each and every pore. It's significantly more expensive. From what I've heard, it's more painful and takes quite a bit more sessions as well. And because of the invasive nature, I wanted to give this a go first. So I'm just putting that out there. If you're looking for absolute, like, no chance of coming back and you're not happy with the non-guarantee of laser hair removal, definitely look into electrolysis as well. And does it hurt? Bloody hell, yes. I have epilated, I have waxed, I have plucked, I have shaved, which obviously doesn't hurt at all. This one is painful. That's not to put you off, it's just to be honest. Each, as I said, clinic is different, each machine is different, and each person is different. So you might find that you need a weaker or a stronger setting. As they do it though, there is also like this cool air pump. Because it's a laser, it's burning your skin, right? So the cool air tries to limit the pain of the laser, and I'm very grateful that it's there, but it absolutely doesn't eliminate the pain overall. Certain areas hurt more. Here, whew, and here, wow. And my clinician also puts on a lot of aloe vera afterwards, which is fantastic for burns, and so hence it just helps the skin soothe. Okay, so I have some vlog footage. I'm gonna let you see. Warning, I do remember crying in this. It felt weird leaving it out because I felt like I wasn't being real. But it also felt really weird leaving it in, so just don't cringe too hard, okay?
So, big one for me and a pause. Are you ready? Good time, and you have a relief area, okay? Big one and a pause. Okay. Now this side, okay?
That was one side. Hello friends, so I just had my laser hair removal. I'm looking very red because my face has just been burnt. I'm also looking probably really stupid in the eyes and with no makeup because I had a little cry when I got back to the car. I'm feeling a little bit like weirdly underwhelmed and overwhelmed. Trying very hard not to cry right now. I need to point out this is because of my period. I'm overdue because of my PCOS. Like, I'm just spiraling right now because I'm just remembering that that's why I'm having to have this done anyway. Choosing, because of course people are beautiful, however they are able to deal with what they have, but that journey can look very different for different people, and this is what it looks like for me, and that's okay. I can't believe I'm crying over getting my hair lasered. Like, what the hell? My mind does this, and then I'm like, holy crap, I'm so privileged because I have the resources to be able to do this, and many people don't. Sorry, my point of this though is because I wanted to just share how both overwhelmed and underwhelmed this feels. Overwhelmed because of the general principle of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Again, all exacerbated by hormones. Fuck you, hormones. Underwhelmed because I really expected it to look different at this point, and it doesn't. Like, it looks very red, obviously, and there are areas where I can feel like hair is gone, but it takes like 2 weeks to get away, right? And I don't know, I just expected, after all of that element of pain, I was expecting it to just look like something I'd be super happy with and be like, oh yeah, I feel amazing. I don't feel amazing, and that's okay. It will take a while, but over the course of the next 8 months for me to feel amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that was put out there, because that was a wrong assumption of me to make. Feeling a lot better now. Okay, we're going down to a podcast recording. I'm feeling super self-conscious because we're going to go and see some friends. It's fine to do a day's worth of work, and hopefully this redness will go down. It will in the next hour or so before we can get there. So again, if you're getting this done, maybe just don't schedule something for like an hour afterwards and you'll be okay. You'll feel okay. Hi friends, today is Wednesday the 17th of November. It's been how long since my last laser treatment? I went to do my laser treatment on the 9th, so it's been a few days. As you can see, I have a face growing out of my face. I have so many spots. Can you see this here? I thought they were going to go down, but I feel like they've only gone up. And this is really frustrating to me because this is something that I thought laser was going to fix because I'm no longer shaving. Having said that, it was yesterday that I felt my beard hairs grow too long that I would want to have got rid of them. So I used trimmers, which a clinic suggested that's what I do. So maybe it's from that, like skin abrasion, but I think that was not supposed to give you spots. So now I'm just royally confused. I don't know. I'll speak to them about it the next time I've gone, but I guess it's just to let you know, it's been, what, less than 2 weeks? I can't expect results that quick. I think these are new hairs that are coming down, but I'm very spotty and I don't like it. See? Much abrasionage. All right, loves, it's Wednesday, 4th, 5th of January, early January. Happy New Year. I have arrived for my third session of laser hair removal. I have not put on makeup this time, I remembered. I didn't, however, remember my headphones, so I fully deserve the pain that is about to come, or to focus on the pain. I remembered headphones, to be honest, but I don't have the stupid little converter thingy. Who made new iPhones without a little headphone jack? It's so annoying. This is what we are looking like on month 3. I feel like my spottage has largely calmed down a lot, which is because I'm not shaving, right? And I can definitely notice that less hair is here, significantly less. It feels wonderful and it feels very smooth, and so I am hopeful, and that hope is going to get me through this pain. Let's go.
So there you go. I'm not done. I'm 3 months in. I have 5 months to go, but it's pretty repetitive, so I felt like it was important to make a video now because not too much is going to change about the process and what I can share with you. I will update you at the end though, and if you're interested, please leave some questions for me and I'll happily sort of like include them in a Q&A at the end of the 8 months. I'll show you how it's getting on. Take a look at my little beard. But I wanted to address it, and I wanted to specifically talk about how I feel quite hypocritical actually to be getting this done. Bit of a brain fart moment, I guess, but one that I don't have the answer to. I always preach you do you. I always preach that everyone is beautiful. I say you don't need to change yourself, and yet here I sit finding myself changing myself. And then I sit here and further justify my change by saying, oh, it's because of my health, it's not because society's wanting me to do a certain thing. But then that also makes me feel a bit icky, because then I'm like, oh, well, if people want to do it because they find it beautiful, even if it's society's like expectations that put that in their mind, if that's what they want to do to feel comfortable, does that mean that I'm judging people if they have particular motives? That feels weird and not very nice to do in a very different way. Also, I do want to address that I would be entirely lying if I didn't say that not having a beard not only gets rid of the medical issues, but does make me feel prettier. And it's really hard in my mind to detangle whether that's because of the medical issues or because of society's standards of beauty that are put upon me. There will be an element of both. Even if people are judging the fact that I have had it done, feel free to judge away. It's something that I feel like I needed to do, and I'm grateful that I'm doing it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that that is why I feel a little little bit weird about it. Perhaps this is a step back in self-love. I'm not sure. Self-love is not a linear journey, right? You can do one step forward, one step back. But at the same time, I'm also thinking that doing something so permanent like this is the epitome of self-care and self-love, right? Because I'm doing something that makes me feel better. Just so many thoughts, contradicting thoughts. Anyway, thank you so much for allowing me to be vulnerable. I really hope it has helped some of you who may be thinking about it in the same way, or who may be thinking about permanent laser hair removal. As I said, if you have any questions for me, do pop them down below. I'll do my best to address them. I'll see you on Thursday with another video. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see more. What's that little join button down there? Be kind and have a great day. Bye.